Good evening, and welcome to True Encounters with Marvin Allen and the Doug Pack. Long time, but we back. Got some paranormal stuff with videos and pictures. Yeah, they're amazing. But what is it with these aliens and abductions, implants, and all this stuff? What is the main purpose? Why do they do this? Why do y'all think they implant people? I'm waiting for some people to get in the chat first. Ain't been on here in a while, so y'all gotta excuse me. But I'm back though. I've just been telling encounters on my YouTube page. You know? What's up, Robert? What's up, my friend? Long time. I ain't even been on here. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Hey Nathan, what's up, my friend? Yeah, we back in effect. Just been taking a little break on everything. I just been uploading them on YouTube, some encounters and stuff. So, but I mean, we back for the most part. Hey Keith King, what's up, my friend? Hey, I got some for my eyewitness right tonight that's coming on. I got some video with pics. So I'm not at my family's computer. I'm doing it off my phone. So I'm gonna show it to y'all the best way that I can because he got, you know what I mean, because he got some nice stuff. So like I said, I'm gonna do it the best way I can, y'all. Hey Carl Snyder, what's up? How you doing, my friend? How everybody doing? Hope everybody weekend been going good. Yeah, but what is it with these abductions and implanting people, y'all think? Because this is what happened to my eyewitness that's coming on tonight. You know, and it's just crazy. You know, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. It's just crazy what people go through when they do stuff like this or see stuff like this. It's just it's remarkable though. And like I said though, I do got more, Doug Man encounters that I've been telling on my YouTube page, But I'm gonna start going live again and after the show, I always usually tell them at the end, so I'm gonna start doing that again too. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. I'm gonna wait to get some more people in the chat, and then I'm gonna get my eyewitness on the phone. But what y'all think it is with these implants? What you think the purpose is, or what do you think they're trying to do by implanting people? What y'all think it is? If y'all know. What y'all think it is though? What do y'all think it is? If y'all could take a guess. If y'all know or not. But if you don't, then You know, if you don't, you don't. But if you could take a guess, why do you think that? Wait a minute, y'all. I'm coming. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm coming. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still here. I'm gonna call the eyewitness man. I'm gonna let him do what he do. I'm gonna let him chop it up with y'all. I'm gonna call the eyewitness in the field. I'm gonna get him on the phone. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get him on the phone now. Hold on. I'm gonna get him on the phone now. Hold on, y'all. How everybody doing it? I ain't speak to you yet, Dante. You know, Cal. Let me get him on. Hello, my friend. Hey, hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
All right, okay. I just wanna say something, Kenneth. I want to see if everybody can hear you.
Hello, this is Ken Collins. Hi, guys and gals. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm on with Mr. Allen tonight.
Let me
Everybody can hear us?
let me know if y'all can hear him. Text and let me know if y'all can hear.
Yeah, Colin from Colorado had a good, beautiful day today. Can you guys hear us out there in Bigfoot land? Just give us a thumbs up or
Yeah,
a heads up back to Allen.
they said it's a good sound. All right, y'all can ask questions after he finished telling his encounters and stuff like that. Like I said, I do have pictures and video that I'm gonna try to get up here and let y'all see them. And they will be on the page too. So without further ado, I'm gonna let Kenneth come on, introduce himself, let y'all know where he come from, and I'm gonna let him do what he do. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Yes, hello. Um, like Mr. Allen says, I've been on the show. Uh, I've been on the show one time before, and like he says, I have definitely had some encounters out there in the wilderness. I'm from Colorado, and my investigations has been entailed in the Estes Park area, um, and into the higher Rocky Mountains near Glenwood Springs. We would say Steamboat, Colorado, all the way up through oh around Colorado a lot. And basically, I started in Colorado about 30 years ago looking for the Bigfoot. And what got me started, I'm not sure what tonight's agenda is. I'm a kind of a guy that just throws things out to Alan. I'll send him a bunch of pictures and I'll just say, hey, dude, let's just talk about this. Um, Today, I sent him a bunch of pictures of an encounter I will talk about in Colorado I had last year. Now, at 59 years old, last year, I thought I've seen a lot. Well, I've seen something in an encounter that we'll talk about tonight that happened in an area in the high mountains of Colorado. And I'm on a teetering line of offending because if you understand, after the story, you might understand that I had a partner and we had the same experience happen to us, but the partner let a famous radio station come in and sign a waiver to say to not talk about what I'm going to talk about tonight. Well, I didn't sign no waiver. I'm not signing nothing, a piece of paper saying I can't talk about what I'm going to talk about tonight. And I'm a free man and nobody's holding me to a contract. So I'm going to talk about things tonight that I'm going to let loose, and you guys can make your decisions on what you believe in, what I'm going to talk about. And it would be in the grounds of on aliens and what can.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just bear with me. Because I think he said he was having phone issues anyway. So just hold tight, y'all. Because he said he was having phone issues anyway. Wait a minute. Don't worry. I'm going to call him right back. Because he was having phone issues. Hold up. There you go right there. Hello?
Okay, Alan.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead, Kenneth. Just finish where you started off at.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what all you guys caught on that. This internet, I'm up in the mountains, and the internet will roam the Wi-Fi, and sometimes it'll just click off. I'm up behind Mount Meeker, up in Allen's Park right now, and I've been involved in Estes Park for 15 years doing research up there. Like I say, I have started out, I should say, back way down a little bit, how I did start. I started out watching the Legend of Boggy Creek, and I always tell a story about that. We had a chance to go see either the Planet of the Apes or the Legend of Boggy Creek, and I went and saw that. I'm the only one that went and saw that. The other three went and saw the other movie. And when we got out of those movies, they're walking around town like little monkeys and, jumping around doing the ape thing. And I'm walked around in shock. And that, at that time, when I didn't watch it all because I'm up and down, I'm hiding, I'm thinking, what are we? That seated me. That at the age of 14 said to me, what are we? What else are we? So that got the seed in me. That got me growing, got me started. Come from a small town in Nebraska. Well, born in Lincoln, raised in a small town around Nebraska. And I had to move away at 14 because my grandpa raised me, had some health issues. So I knew at that age that we were going to the Rocky Mountains and that someday, like I said, I'm going to grow and I'm going to find out what these forest beings are. And so we come to Colorado, and I start in my 20s around the Colorado Springs area, Gold Camp Road and Rampart Range Road. And if everybody knows Colorado Springs, it knows that one time Gold Camp Road had 3 tunnels. You can go on up through the Cripple Creek, Teller County area. And I've had some encounters up as a young age, but never ever sightings. I would have everything else almost that you want to entail. If you look in the book of what does a Bigfoot do, whatever, I've had that. If they want to throw the rocks, they want to whistle and whoop and do all that holler, leave me footprints, all that I've had. But I never had a sighting. So my wife, we had a chance to move up to Divide, Colorado, moving out of El Paso County. Now I'm in my 30s. I'm going up into Divide, Colorado. My wife's not sure why we're going up there, but there was a small hospital there. She's a nurse, so she wanted to get a job there, but she didn't know that I was planning to do my research over into the fluorescent fossil beds in the Colorado area. And that's right behind Pikes Peak, Colorado, right behind Pikes Peak. And the first 10 years of my marriage, my wife didn't know what I did. She didn't know what I was doing. She understood that I was out doing things, but she just couldn't understand it. Finally told her after 10 years, and I'll tell you how I told her. But in that area, in the Divide area at the fluorescent fossil beds, I had good years there. And I knew that I was getting older and I wanted to go over into the Estes Park area, into the Rocky Mountain National Park. So now I'm 35. No, I'm older now, I should say. And we're coming into the Estes Park. The wife gets a job at a little small hospital here in Estes Park. So I go over and get a job at a local grocery store. It was a big chain, big national chain. And so I started a Bigfoot wall there. And on that wall, I got from one picture to almost 500 on that wall after 10, 12, almost 12 years of being at that store. That was almost a tourist attraction for Estes Park. That brought people in every year to see what sightings I had each year. And well, you know what also that brought me? It brought me to locals. It brought me all the stuff out there in the Estes Park area that, you know, around town. It was like, who's this Bigfoot guy? Who's this guy down at Safeway? Who's this guy down at, I said the word, sorry. It's a national chain. Didn't want to say it, but I did. And so who's this guy down at, you know, has this Bigfoot wall? So the wall attracted a lot of people. A lot of people came from vacation. You know, Estes Park has 4 million people come through that town in the summer. They go up to one mountain, Trail Ridge Road. That mountain gets 4 million people coming through that little town, and or more. So I knew that when I walked down the street 15 years ago in Estes, there wasn't a Bigfoot around. There wasn't a T-shirt. Ain't no nothing. I thought, I'm going to bring it out here. I'm going to bring it out in Estes Park. There's a Bigfoots in these Rocky Mountains, and everybody says that they're down in California, down in Washington, down in the Cascades, no, they're in the high mountains of Rocky Mountain right darn here in our backyard. My first print I got was in a ranch here called the Elkhorn Ranch. Jerry owned it. Good guy. Let him go on the ranch and roam. Found a trackway, catch the print, had BFRO come up, Dennis Poles. That's where we became friends. Me and Dennis are buddies so much right now. But it started out by footprint. Started out by BFRO coming up and testifying and saying, yeah, Kenny, you do got a Bigfoot. Here, you got a trackway. That's what started it out on that ranch for Estes Park. Now, if you go into the Estes Park News and and just type in Bigfoot 2013, you're going to see my story. You're going to see several stories that the newspaper did. Because you want to know, I went to the national parks. Right away when I casted that footprint, I went to national parks. They looked at me and said, get out of here. I learned then that parks don't want nothing to do with this stuff. And I told them, I said, well, you know, you got 4 million people come through here. What is one footprint going to scare you? He goes, we don't want that. It's going to scare everybody. I'm like, well, you know, it's true. The government, in my feelings, I'm not talking about the government tonight. I'm just saying they just didn't want me to talk about this. So I went over and went to a newspaper, and these local people who own it were just great. They gave the story out. You guys can see that on the Estes Park News viral edition of their newspaper. It's like I said, or you can go to Bigfoot Loose USA /Facebook. We can talk about that later. I got stuff on there. So that's what got me going, guys, is that movie and moving from Nebraska over into Colorado and knowing that I had to find out about the forest people. So in 213, got the trackway, in 212. In 213 on January 7th, see, that Bigfoot wall brought me a lot of people. And that brought me a guy who was a fisherman down in the Big Thompson River. He's a fly fisherman guy. He says, Ken, I got this area down there that this Bigfoot come through, went through my camp. My wife saw it, the kids saw it. I go down and interview everybody. I was like, you know, this is legit. People aren't making this up. He goes, Ken, I got to leave. He says, my season's over. It's October. We got to go down somewhere else. We go. He go and chases the fishes, and he's a fly guy, fisherman guy. So he leaves. I stay in the area, and I do all my stuff in there, and I do an habituation. I did a thing in that area where I would do the same thing all the time. And I wanted these Bigfoots to get familiar with me. I wanted them one day to be comfortable with me, and one day I might have it. Because, you know, when I go onto my Bigfoot sites, I go in with respect, and I know people are going to laugh and say, carry a gun? Don't carry a gun. Don't carry nothing. Don't want to. I say if it goes, it goes. That's the way I'd want it. Whatever. You know what? That is stupid. I have David Pilatus is a friend of mine. You know, guys know David, Missing 411 books. He says to me, Ken, he says, Bigfoot's not going to kill you out there with the other animals. Carry a weapon. I never have. I go out with the feeling out there that I don't want to hurt him, and I tell him that. I have a cousin who was Miss America in 1926, the first Native American Cherokee Indian to win that award. And I used my grandmother, which was her mom. And it was Mahalaha. And I say that with spirit when I'm out there. And I believe that these forest people are out there. And I respect them. So I always go out with integrity of respect there. So the morning of my sighting, I do my ritual thing. It's January 7th now. Been in that area, I said, habituating for 3 months. I get my first class A sighting. What it was is I'm in my area doing the same thing I always do. Do you know that I was not looking directly at it? I'm shooting down my trail, and it's an open field with a cut in it with the trail. About 80 yards out, my peripheral vision sees it, okay? Because I'm not looking at it straight. I'm sideways going boom, 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 boom. It snowed the night before. About 3 inches, just enough to give this black, furry head sticking over these rocks. But my peripheral vision caught it. It wasn't like I was looking right at it. So you can see so much out of the sight corners of your eye. And I've practiced in years and years and years of training when I walk to use that peripheral vision to capture. That paid off that day. When I looked, and I have a Canon on me, a camera, not a cannon you blow them up with. It's a Canon camera. I stick the camera up to me. I know we're 80 yards out because I went back later and did a yard finder on them 80 yards away from what I'm looking at. My first sighting, I'm looking at it. I got the camera up. I zoom it in. I take one picture. It's a little juvenile. I got a picture of it, of course, because I just told you I took one. But in the picture, you'll see it probably had some snow come down and hit it in the head. There's a little white patch over its head. But it's got its nose down in these rocks, and he barely got his nose up just looking at me. And it's 9:30 in the morning. So nocturnal, you want to call these things? You want to say they have eye shine? I know they do, but I mean, they do come out in the daytime. So this little juvenile's behind a rock looking at me 80 yards out. I zoom in my camera, like I said, took the picture. And you know what? I don't know what happened. I couldn't accept it. I said, all these years, you're looking for this, and there it is. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm walking away. I'm freaking out. I could not take it. I could not grasp it. Before I know, a quarter mile from my truck or more, I'm in my truck. And I'm like, how did I get here? What's wrong with me? Get out. Go. What are you doing? You have the Bob Gimlin. You have the second Bob Gimlin film. It's right there. Go, go, go. See, guys, if you see something out there and take a picture and circle it and say there's a Bigfoot, why don't you just run your butt over there and look? Well, I didn't do that. Don't know why I didn't do that. I preach about that. I get sick of these paranormal stuff. You know, you get a dark spot, you get a tree limb, you get a broken branch. It's a Bigfoot. No, if a damn Bigfoot walked over there and looked, I didn't do that. I wanted to, but in my head, something was telling me, come back another day, just come back another day. And I'm like, no, I'm driving off in my car, start my truck up. I'm like putting it in gear, come back another. It's like it forced me out of there. I'm gone. So that's my habitual area. I got a vendetta now. I was like, you know what? I had it and I walked the dang away from it. I had somebody in my family say to me after I told them the story that, hey, you're this big Bigfoot guy and you run away. And it hit me. I was like, you know, from now on, maybe I will change what I do. Then somebody told me again, don't change what you do. And I think that threw me off when my family said that to me. Now, this sighting of the little one and me driving away, at the time I thought, well, you know, they talk about mind blasting and sizzling, and you get a disorientation. They can do a type of mojo zap on you. They get you just lost. And in some type of turmoil. You feel like you're just taken, something's taken from you. And so I accepted that maybe I got mind blasted. Over the years, it took a lot of years to accept that. That first sighting, I said, it kept saying to me, come back another day, come back another day. So I'm a lucky man, and you can't say that if they're there once, that they'll be there again, guys. If you go on and look at past reports, and this area didn't have a past sighting, but I'm saying go on past reports, and you're going to see one there at one time. They're going to be back sometime. But just keep your reports and your sightings areas, know where you're going, and know if there's been prior incidents there. But so in this area now, I'm now thinking that, why was it telling me to come back another day? So I got the vendetta, and I went back at that, guys. After that, I went back at it hard again for a month. I was like there, and I was gifting, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, come back out and see me, guys. Please come out. One day, a month later, at 12 noon, Kenny's always got his camera, guys, in a position where I can take pictures. I was the kind of guy that one time had the camera, took pictures of everything, went home and circled everything and said, there was one. Hell, there was 10 of them in front of me. I didn't see it. So I changed things about what I do out there now. But the second sighting, I want to talk about how I had the camera. I always held it up to my chest and had it ready. Go, 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 go. So I say about a month later after that first sighting, I'm in the area, and I'm like, I'm like, guys, darn it, I blew this, but they're still here. Okay, I know they are. So, 12 o'clock, noon this time, by my gifting rock, I give gifts, food, and leave coins and trinkets and stuff. See if they turn things, just the gifting. People in the Bigfoot area out there, we know what the gifting is. So, I jump off my gifting rock, and I hear the whimper of this little one, and there's a picture I sent to Mr. Allen that is a little guy, but I didn't see him at that time. It had to be that little guy. I heard the whimper of a baby, like, creature thing cry. I turn around. I have my camera, like I told you guys, I always try to have it up and get that picture when I turn. Scott Carpenter is very good about taking backward shots. When you're walking backwards, you got a camera facing the other way. He's getting a backward shot. See, in these years, so I'll get off subject here, but in years of what we do out here, we learn from others. That's how you mature. So I turn around, guys, jump off the rock, hit the ground, little noise, I turn around, and I grab my camera like this, and this big red one of 8 feet tall shot right behind this tree, right out. He's not more than 20 feet from me. I'm thinking, oh my God, all he's got to do is, it's just got to take 3 steps, he's going to stomp on top of me. At that moment, I look, and there's the one I saw a month ago. He's looking around a rock at me with his nose in the same position, but this time he's got his head cockeyed. And he's looking around a rock all cockeyed at me. And he's barely got his nose sticking out. And the sun's hitting the sagittal crest of his hair, and it's beautiful, and it's black. And I'm thinking, oh my God, you're beautiful. I lost track of the red one. I don't know where it went. I was like, that scared me. So what happened to the little, after I backpedaled. I know what's behind me because that's the area I've been in for so many years. I know every rock in the area. I knew I was going to hit these rocks that's going to trip me, and I'm going to fall back. I just got out of there. I left, and I went back. I was lucky enough, I did take one picture. Like I said, when I turned around, I got the picture of the red one, just as it's bursting out. He's got his fist coming up. He looks over at me, and I look at this thing, and I'm thinking, it's not a monkey. It's not a caveman. It looked like Kane the wrestler, a human, but Kane with his eyeballs in and his big cheek and a brow, just this looking over, tall, and looked like he didn't look well. So that put me out of Bigfooting for 2 years. Like I told you guys, I have the Bigfoot wall. I'm a manager down at Safeway. I run this place, down at the store, gas station. I ran it. And I have a couple come in, and they talked about they were an elderly couple, and they were from South Park. They moved to Essex, and she had a Bigfoot experience in her property where at one time that she knew they were walking up and down the walkway, but the husband didn't believe her, and so she one day went out and casted one of those prints in flour, and I thought, you did what? She goes, yeah, I didn't have anything, so I just mixed up some flour, went out there and casted this print. And I went, that's so cool. She asked me, would you take us out here? Maybe I don't know nothing about what's around here. And I said, I broke it. I said, sure. So I got out again, guys. I got me back out. I'm in my 50s now. I'm just saying. I'm thinking I'd be a grown man, not afraid. I run events. I've talked to many big party hunting men that see these things out there, these experiences they have. They don't want to go back out. They cry, and they tell me stories like this. And I thought, what I saw and what he looked at me, and I thought, it was enough for me. I kind of got what I wanted, but it wasn't enough. So, because, when you see something like this and you want to get more and you want to find more, it's a mystery, and the mystery, you're not going to solve it. It's going to bring more questions than you will answers when we do this. But as a on the boots, mud on my shoe kind of Bigfoot researcher, dirt under my fingernails, and a lot of time from family functions and birthdays and marriage almost went. I'm just saying, we've sacrificed. For my story, sacrificed a lot. But boy, have I got my pay. Now, on that second sighting, after I said I wouldn't do it no more, and the red one looked at me, but the little one was there, and that I saw not too long ago, I thought, wow, I'm so lucky. Who says lightning can't hit strike twice in the same area? Because, by gosh, I got it again. And at this age of 30 years of doing this, it paid. It came. And I think it only comes to the ones they want it to come to. And everybody thinks one go out and see one. It's like it's go out and shoot clay pigeons or something. Like, no, they choose you. They know what you're going to do and who. Now, after the years of me doing things, I've seen footprints that would walk up to trees and disappear. I've seen footprints that they're just one out in the field, no trees around, where there's a possibility of a snow blob blown out of off a tree land and blowing on the ground and make a print. Look up in your trees when you guys are around trees and see a footprint. Well, look up. Maybe a piece of snow fell off the tree and made that print. I'm just saying. Nothing out in this field. One print, perfect. But you know what it's got there? It's got like a slide mark. Like somebody took a ski and just put it down and back up. And I thought, what happened? The USS Enterprise stopped by and the door went, this Bigfoot went out, was 1 foot, said, nope, not here, not tonight. Went back in. I think that is the coolest thing. And how did that get there like that? So out there you see so much things you just don't know. You just don't want to know. No, you do want to know, but you just think, man, another question just popped up. Not an answer. I'm looking for an answer. Question. So through the years, I think, they say that Bigfoot runs into the Gigantopithecus black guy, whatever, and it came over from the land bridge, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just saying, everybody has different opinions. I know many people out there in the field have many in my events. Ron Moorhead, quantum physics. Had him one year. Dave did, actually, in one of his conference, the Mile High Mystery Conference. And Ron came, and that's when I thought, I've seen eye shine out there. How can they radiate their eye shine? I've seen the Bigfoots do things, but at 59 years old last year, I was invited to an event to be a person who was a trail guide. We're going to do a nighttime and a daytime reconnaissance to an area with a group of people. So at 59 years old, I thought, well, I've seen a lot of things out there. I've seen orbs out there in the wilderness, but what I saw at 59 years old last year an incident that happened to me. I should back this up though, because, well, no, the orb was the first thing that started off last year. That was April. It was an event. It's called BAW, Backwards Adventure Weekend, sponsored by Alan Mikal and Ron and Jesse Morgan, and they're from. They do some Sasquatch thing every year called BAW, and we do it in Bailey, Colorado. And so I go to that event, like I'm saying, I'm a trail guide, I'm guiding, and so we go up in the daytime, and I find a print. I can find a print anywhere, guys. I am good on prints. Colorado can't find print areas. Yeah, right. Look at my webpage on Facebook on Bigfoot Lucy USA. Look at all the stuff I get in the mud. Look at all the stuff I get in the snow. Okay, you're going to see a video in there in the snow where I blew the prints out with a can of paint so I wouldn't disturb it all. And it's so freaking straight in line. And in that 5 steps of those I got, there's a deformity in that toe. It's in every print in that line. I know it wasn't something that jumped in there, but I love the snow and the mud. So, deformities, I can tell. So, now see, I backed off or jumped off what I was saying. So, the area that I go to and I do castings in, I look for the footprints in the mud and in the snow, and I see a lot of inline all the time, but and I measure distance in between, and sometimes one time I found a distance in between that was 10 feet in between, so it's pretty large. So just going back to when the people came into the store and I went back out after my sighting, guys. After that sighting, I started to go back out, and I talked about okay, now, I'm back now. So, the blue orb, I saw, we went to the reconnaissance, and I found a footprint. We casted that footprint. See, guys, I have so much up in my mind that it just rolls, and sometimes it'll venture off, but it'll come back. So, I'm going back to where now that when I found a footprint with all of us in the daytime reconnaissance up there last year in Bailey with this event. So I'm 59 years old. I'm thinking, wow, I find footprints all the time. I'm so damn good at it. I am, and I'm not bragging because I am. And I'm a good tracker. And so we cast the print, me and the producer from a show that I'm going to be on. So we cast this print. All of us leave. And I knew we were on something that night. I knew that when we walked in the area, that day, that night, boy, are we in for a good night. Just wait for tonight. So I'm talking about an event now. I said 59 years old in Bailey, Colorado, last year, April. My other teams have got 4 or 5 people, 6. I got 3 because I'm so unorthodox, I might lose them. So if you don't listen to me, you're going to stay there. Because when you're out in the woods and we're doing what we do, you have to listen to us. So I had rules to the guys that I had. I said to one, his back hurt. I said, well, then just take pictures. Don't worry about, just talk to me when you want to rest and then just take a lot of pictures. Okay. I had another one who was a Native American Indian. When we were picking teams to go out, nobody kind of wanted him because he wanted to play his drums. I like those guys. I like the ones that nobody else is going to give a chance to. The ones that are in the back raising their hands at BFRO things and nobody will give them the damn time of day. I was one of those guys. Now I'm on the stage with Igor Bursev. And I'm on stage with good speakers now, but I would look for you guys, okay, that are out there that want to speak and share stories. I know I'm looking for you. So the Indian guy said, come on with me. So we all 3 go, just 3 of us. So we go that, and in the daytime, it was the movie producer that came because it was 5 in the day, but when we went back at night, there was only me and 2 other guys that went back for the nighttime reconnaissance.
Wait a minute, y'all. Because like he said, it will go out sometime because he up there in the mountains. So give him a little chance he can really come back on. Just hold tight. I do have pics, but like I said, I'm going to show them from off my phone because I am not near the computer at this time, so just bear with me on that. Wait a minute, let me get them back. All right, you back.
Okay, so sorry guys. Like I say, Rocky Mountains, this Wi-Fi comes in and out. So the vortexes and the stories we get, like they talk about how you ever see Predator and see that Mirage. I've seen them come out of that stuff like that. I've seen them. I get these stories from these men, from people, from little kids even, and so I think, wow, that's just, you know, is there something else to these? Are the Bigfoot something else? And so now back to my night thing. At 59, the Indians up my Indians. You guys think my Native American buddies up on the rock playing the drums, and I have a nighttime vision scope on me. I have a Gen 3 that a scientist buddy from University of Wyoming, my buddy Mike, gave me that night. He gave me some nice equipment to use. But I only see it in gray, don't see in color. But like I told you guys, I always have my camera, my Canon right there with me. So, anyways, it's nighttime now. We go to the area, we walk up there, we get to this nice rock plateau in the area where I found the footprint. When we get to the area, guys, something had flipped that footprint out of the ground, and I thought it was gone. And I go, where is it? We're filming all this. And the guy says, well, it's right there by your foot, Kenny. And I look, somebody, whatever, it came up, flipped the print, and put it from cast side, which was white, up to the ground side. I think to myself, they don't like that. Maybe they just like the nature back. So they flipped it up, flipped it over. But it was there. It was like, wow, somebody got here and flipped this over. And so it's like, because somebody had followed us there. I don't know. But, whatever. So we get up there, nighttime's coming, guys, Indian buddies, my Native American buddies up there playing the drum. We get to about 2 solos. I have my Gen 3. I'm about 20 yards from the second guy. He's on back of a rock taking pictures, and he's listening, and he's just being a sentry. And my other Native American buddy's up on a high rock right behind us, and I'm on another rock on the ground. I have my Gen 3 scope looking up into the hills, and all of a sudden it opened up. It was like looking through a toilet roll, guys, and then take about 1,000 reefs and wrap it in that and look through the hole. It just looked like just this vortex opening with this, the trees are wrapping it. So I'm looking and I'm looking through the Gen 3, and it's in white. So all these years I said, kid, get your camera up, put the Gen 3 down, flip my Canon up, take one picture, and then I get back up, and I get my Gen 3 back up. I'm looking, and then one of the guys that was sitting against a rock, who I said his back was hurt, and he just wanted to take pictures. He says to me, Kenny, I hear something coming up the ravine we just walked up. But I didn't tell you that I said a couple choice words before. When I saw the sighting, I said something, and the guy heard me talking. He says, I heard you say the words you said, and I won't repeat them. And then when he says, oh my God, there's something coming up to the ravine, I went from my left to my right, 20 yards, got up on the rock, got the Gen 3 looking through it, and here comes this little bitty Bigfoot, I'd say 48 inches high, running to that orb. Now, in that orb, when it opened, I really saw eye shine of this high eye shine. It was a big one near that big orb. When the little one was running towards that, it ducked. I could see it. It went by a tree, and I think it went to all fours because it went down so quick. When we all got, after that was done, everybody's pretty shook up. I try to get the guys together to say, hey, we have to get this story together when we've seen here. Now, I don't ask you any questions much. I'll let them talk. I said, you see any eye shine? My Native American buddy says, I saw eye shine. He goes, about this high. You know how high that was? 10 feet in the air, just like I thought. Then he goes, I saw eye shine like down, and he put it down at about 48, right into there. I'm saying he's right where the little one was. He saw it, the eye shine. He saw the big one, the small one. Art, the guy who was taking the pictures I told you guys. When I went back, I developed, and I thought to myself, when I lifted that cannon up, took that picture, guys, I got the blue, beautiful orb. He's got the picture to show you guys. Now, the guy that was on the rock that I said just took pictures all night, he took 12 frames. On that 12th frame that he took, it was the picture that is when the little one was running into the Bigfoot. It's opening. You see the yellow brain. I didn't send that one to you, but I will. But that's Art's picture. Art is the one who took the picture of the one that was opening. And the young buck was the Native American, and his name was Young Buck, and Art was the other guy. And I have rights to say their names. So those two was with me. We went through that experience, and that was April. And when I got home, like I said, to develop my picture, I saw a beautiful blue orb. To me, it was a beautiful healing orb. It was this orb that was there to heal. It was a good orb. But and you hear about these orbs all the time. Okay. Now, I talked about alien stuff earlier. So this is April. We have a BFRO area. I'm not in the BFRO, guys, but I know a lot of my good buddies are in it. I don't want to be in it. But I'm just saying, I had good buddies in there. And I found out some of their areas they went to. Out of respect, I took one area over and would do a lot of foot castings in the mud. So I wait for a certain reservoir to come down, and I go up in about September and October, and I would go around the reservoir, and this is where you guys would go on my YouTube channel and see how I find these inline prints. Now I know there's other human prints in there. I know that. But some of that stuff in there is like, I want to talk about tonight. And this is near the Steamboat Springs area of Colorado. It's in these mountains that are very flat. They're very flat plateau. And it's very interesting what goes on up in that area. We know they're there. Now, in the mud, I get all these tracks. One year I go up. Last year I go up after the event, guys. So I go up that April, all that stuff happened. So with the orb. So in September, I go up to my other area now. I'm in another area. And I go up there. I'm going to do my castings. So that night I'm camping at night, first night. I go up there and I'm about 5:30. Sometimes I just stay up all night again. So I stayed up at about 5:30 in the morning, about 5:04 in the morning. You'll see this. He's got a video of it. You guys will see this big ship kind of come down. But you're going to see these lights. And there was 4 big lights, and they're huge. It's like the size of a football field or more. And the lights go from 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this middle light just goes crazy, bizarre. And I'm thinking, wow, I think I got a spaceship. So I get off the mountain. I go down, and I call my buddy up. Now, my buddy's about a mile away in another reservoir. He does the same thing I do. Because that's how we know that there's a family there that's got the same traits in the footprints. They're running in his reservoir. They're running in my reservoir. We put our casts together. It's the same darn things that's running around in both reservoirs. We know that from the foot castings. So I call him and I tell him, hey, I was up at the site area. He goes, I can't talk right now. He hangs up. Okay, screwed. I go up for a second week to the site area. I go up there, I put a trail cam this time on my truck on the back window outside facing towards the trunk, the tailgate. Okay? So I hear something at night though. On that second week, I hear something, I put my trail cam up and I hear something around my truck. But it's around my tires. On the bottom. Yeah, it's probably some scuffy little animal. I didn't think much of it. So, get up in the morning. I didn't think nothing of it. Nothing. went home, nothing really happened. I thought, got on the trail cam and looked at the pictures, guys. He's got the picture. He'll show you. Looks to me like something standing behind my truck, and you see these neck and these shoulders, and it might be the chest or it could be the back there. Don't know because you can't see the head. But it's ugly color, and it's got like back is like lit up, and I'm like, what the heck? It's a little alien. I'm thinking, did that thing? It was there last night, and so I go outside and looking around. I go, why were they near my tires? You know what? Not too long ago, I went to auto store and I bought some. I was happy. I'm gonna get these nice valve stems. They're nice chrome ones. Every one of them were gone. So I took my valve stems, and whatever it was, I got a picture of it behind my truck. I'm like, cool. I get home. I call my buddy up. I go, I can't say his name. I go, hey, I just got this. He goes, I can't talk right now. I got doing something. And I'm like, dang it. I said, well, forget you then. So then I go back up there for the third week. Now, this kind of ends my yearly voyage up there. I go every year. I've been going up there for 7 years and casting these prints. You can see all that on Bigfoot Loose USA /Facebook. So I go up there and I'm going around a reservoir doing my thing. What do I find? A 13.5-inch 3-toed print. This thing is like, what the reptilian looking damn thing this thing is. Pictures are going to be here tonight. I went ahead and casted it. That's going to be here tonight too. So I'm ending my time there in this area. But I did cast something up in that area that what it was a body cast. And it had jumped, a juvenile had jumped from one bank to the other bank of this river. River being about 3 feet wide-ish. But when it jumped, because the water had receded, so the river was kind of a little smaller. But when it jumped, it hit that mud on the other side, and it went into it with its knee and the top of its, all the way up to the belly button. And it was a male, because it left the male implants of the anatomy in the mud. I couldn't believe it. I thought either there's a naked human running around, juvenile, little Bigfoot. Whatever, guys. I casted it, the cast. I have it. You see a scrotum area and you see the area of the penis. I'm just saying. Now, wow. So I have whatever. I have this. You can look and say whatever you want. So, anyways, that's like ending my time up in there. So that's last year. Now, you guys heard me talk about my buddy didn't want to talk to me. You know why he couldn't talk to me, guys? Because he had went up in the area when I said he was a mile away. He normally stays a little bit from where I'm at. Well, he's in my area close where we have a lot of good stuff happen, me and him. He's up there with a famous radio station. And I won't say the name because I don't want to cause no frictions. So they get a beam shot down on them, and Jason films, like you said his name, but that's okay. My buddy filmed something there that I can't share, but he did say that they had an alien activity there. Boom, something had happened to him, and I told him, you know what? I'm so mad at you right now. He goes, Kenny, every time you called me and told me, he says, I kept telling you not to go back. He did say, don't go up there. I can't talk right now. Don't go up there. I can't talk right now. Now I know why. So when I told him, look, bud, I ran up there for 3 weeks when you were blowing me off, and look what I got. I got tonight. You guys will see the spaceship. You're going to see the alien thing. You'll see a footprint. Look what I got. He goes, oh, my God. So that's last year. So we go through, and here comes this year. He is scratching his elbow, and he gets this knot, and it's a bump, and it's like this implant thing in his elbow. So he talks about it, like he has this thing, and he talked about it up until I heard about it, guys, for 7 months or more. He had it, but I never shared that I had one. I kept my mouth shut until this year at that event that I was talking about in April, the BAW, and that event I brought up when I saw the orb and all that. It was, that's the event. I brought up that I have a implant too. A bump. How I got it, I was itching one day. He goes, "That's how I found mine. I was itching," and I'm like, "Jeez, you find yours in the elbow." Guess where mine was? Mine's down in the area where I casted that body print. It's right there near my private area near in there, it's down in the lines, right in there. I'm like, now guys, I've never told this story. It's the first time tonight I've said this to anyone. And a guy at 60 years old going to tell a story like this. Well, my buddy's got a friend who's a chiropractor. He says, "I'll just x-ray these things. We'll see." He x-rays my buddies. He goes, "It could be a calcium buildup, could be blah, 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 blah." I go and I get up there, I do mine. He goes, "What the hell do you got?" He goes, "Yours is transparent. It's about 3/4 of an inch. It's connected to nothing." He says, "I can just cut it, lance it, and pull it out right now." And I'm like, "No." And my buddy, he's a ranger, and it's been a nurse. He just cut it out too. But it's like, what are the chances of two of us getting this anomaly in us? Both of us in the same area. We do research. And both of us having an alien encounter, and one of them's seen by a famous radio station. And like I said to myself, are we connected to the aliens? Is there something in there? So you guys all know Melba Ketchum? Me and Melba are friends. Melba has taught me a lot about the DNA and about, I always thought, human side. And I think, what if we are related to the Nephilim, the God sent down to breed, and that breed has lived, their children. See, I think when the flood happened, that they went to God and said, "God, save us." And the Lord says, "I will." These creatures, they were beautiful at one time, but God says, "I'll save you, but I want to put the hair of the dog on you, and you cannot bother man. You can live." Well, I think they went underground. On what they did, I don't know what they did. I think they lived because they went to the Lord and said, "Can we save us?" And God gave them. I think it's because if He sent His angels down to breed with us, we're all in that realm. So at 60 years old, seeing this orb and listening to all these years of stories of these Bigfoots that come out of these dimensions and these portals and quantum physics, Ron, and all that, guys. It's so hard to believe, but I do know that flesh and blood I saw. I didn't see with little alien antennas and none of that. And what are they and what I've seen? I could say now, I don't try to prove nothing. I surround myself with people I can educate myself with. Ron Moorhead and David Pilates and Igor Bursaf and Don Monroe. We can talk about, I could put my list on. And I've had a lot of good speakers at my conferences. And I've been told by one that you're too unorthodox, you're too untamed. And I'm like, no. I thought I could be like you and have 10 books and go around and charge everything. Your airfare, your motel, when you're out there doing this, guys, and you're the big ones and you're, I'm going to say the celebrities, that's great. There's no animosity here. Heck, I have more. So, all these years of that, finally, a producer came last year and wanted to know about my story about the blue orb because that's the son-in-law's event. And they have done a movie called The Bigfoot Alien Connection, Ron Meyer. He comes to me. Ron was very sick. I said, "Why is he coming to me?" He goes, "We've been trying to get a hold of you for a year. You're just too hard to find in Estes Park. You're all over the place." I'm like, "Yeah, because like I told you guys, I'm out in the field." So finally I get some filming done. And we were up on the property in Estes Park. I didn't know the producer owned some of this property up in Estes Park. So we went to there. We're doing my little filming on me about the orb that I saw. It was daytime. So when I stood up, to talk about the orb, Ron said that, Kenny, a blue orb surrounded you. It's on camera. It's not a lens flare. I'm a producer. I mean, what is it, you and the orbs? And I says, I had all these years of me growing up, I have a connection. And I have something would happen sometimes before it happens. A perception, a projection. And I says, these orbs follow me. And Ron was sick. I said to his son at the Lago, why do you do that? He goes, because he wants to film you. And I walked off and cried. And I said, you know the orb, my healing orb I saw? You go and you heal Ron. You go to my Ron, you heal him. You know, not too long after that, guys got a phone call. Ron looked like he was doing jumping jacks. And I think, yeah, I want to think that I set my orb and it healed him. But Ron was blown away by this story. Blown away by how the orb circled me in the daytime. The aura. The sense that you have. People, I can tell a person's aura with seconds of meeting them. No, yeah. It's that easy sometimes. With Ron, and what he did for me, we have coming out now in the end of October, I think, guys. It's called the Colorado Paranormal Alien or something like that. Don't remember it all because I can't talk too much. It's not out yet. And I appreciate that. It's just like, finally I just express one instant in my broad 30 years of doing Bigfooting. I can share that story. And there's picture that I sent tonight. I'll die down a little bit and let Mr. Allen come in, and I guess I'll let him get his criteria coming. He pops up a picture, I'll explain it. So we can start with any way you want, buddy.
Okay, but if anybody have any questions right now that they want to ask him, go ahead and put them in all caps before I start showing these pictures. Before I start showing the pictures. So if anybody got anything to say, just, send y'all questions in all caps. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes, and then I'm going to start showing the pictures and stuff. Yeah, but that's just crazy, though, because you have, man, you done captured a lot and been through a lot, you know what I mean? And your casting, they are some of the best. You know what I mean? And people that said they done said it, you know what I mean? They are some of the best castings that they have seen. So I want to take my hat off to you on that.
Yeah, I casted with spray painting them. I've used hairspray and snow to, I've learned how to prep them right. And I know that I've used plaster repairs, but see, they fall apart after a lot of years. The hydrocal is a very good stuff to use, I admit. But I'm the poor man's poor.
Right.
I use.
You got a couple of questions on here. Somebody wanted to know. Matt wanted to know, where did these encounters happen?
The first sighting was in Estes Park, Colorado, along the Big Thompson Reservoir, but not on the river. About maybe 2 miles off the river, back into some 4 miles from Estes Park. Now, they talk about urban Bigfoots. Yeah, there's Bigfoots walking around looking at us from all over. And, that Bigfoot that particular year, guys, we had fires going on in Estes Park. I know we had the flood going on, and then we had a fire. But that's when the flood happened. I think it just shook these woods up. These things were coming down. They were moving. And but in the areas that I normally have my sightings, it's daytime in Colorado near Estes Park, and my blue orb and all that stuff that happened to me was in Bailey, and then the footprints that I get in castings near Steamboat Springs in the high mountains called the Flat Tops. I'm going to say the name. See, normally researchers don't want to give out their positions because they would have contamination. And it's like, oh my God, if you want to walk the Flat Tops, it's a big ass mountain, walk up there. I mean, go. But you don't know where I'm at.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
So, but that's where, mostly in Colorado.
Okay. All right. Now, somebody wanted to know, do you still go looking for Bigfoot to this day?
Yes, actually, in April when we were up in Fairplay, Colorado, and we did a night over up there. And this is a hot area, an area where another researcher, and I've known this researcher guys for over 12 years. Do you know this is the first time he took me to his area? See, because I don't pry on people. I don't want their areas. I don't harp on them. Hey, take me, this and that. I've seen so much I don't have to. I've seen them. I've done what I had to do, and I'm not into all this
Right.
trying to get into other people's areas. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna start showing these pictures. I'm gonna start showing these pictures to y'all now. So this first picture is you know what I mean, it is of a this picture is of a track, but like I said, I'm gonna let him get on here, and he'll
Okay.
he'll definitely explain it to you. So I'm gonna go ahead
I'll
and
explain it. You bet. When I see it. Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and explain it. Wait a minute. Let me get this right on here. I'm gonna pull up my
Yep.
gallery. Pull up my gallery.
Yeah.
Pull up my gallery where the pictures at, so I can start. I can start going through them, and you can see them. You can see them yourself. So let me turn this.
Yeah,
Turn
because
this
see, I
around.
solo
All
body.
right, here's the
I
picture
didn't
right
really give
here.
him an order.
Here go the picture. It's of a print.
Okay.
You see it?
Hold on. No.
You trying to put my camera
Dang it,
on?
I lost. Oh, yep. I'm sorry. I didn't get that off.
Here go the print. You see it?
No, sir.
Can you see the
I'm
chat?
looking though.
Can you see the chat? You gotta go to YouTube. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. I called you from the messenger, but it's on YouTube. Oh man, this is crazy. Hold up,
Okay.
wait a minute. You on messenger? Now,
Yeah. Could you go back?
hold on. Just hold on. Wait a minute.
Right.
Let me do something. Hold on.
Sometimes you can screenshot
Let
them.
me go to
Screenshot them and save them.
let me go to let me go to messenger and pull the camera up. Turn your camera
There you
on.
go. I see you.
Turn your camera on. I can just
Okay.
show you, and then
Oh,
I'll go
hold on.
back. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the picture. You can
Right.
explain it. Once you see it, you can start explaining it.
Okay, bro. Okay, that's the three-toed one, guys.
All right.
That's the one that's
Let me
13 and a half inches.
let me get
That's
you.
the one I got on the third week.
Let me get you over here so I can show it to them, and you can let them know. You can let them know what that print is right there. All right, go ahead. You can explain it to them now.
So when I was talking about going up last year to the area to do my castings, well, I did a 3-week thing where my buddy wouldn't get back with me, and on that third week, I got that footprint of a 13 and a half inch three-toed print down by the reservoir down there. Do they go into the reservoir? Don't know, but you know, I casted that, so that's what that print is.
Okay, going to the
I cast a lot of four-toed prints up in that area.
right.
So
Okay,
genetics.
I'm gonna go to the next one.
Sure.
I'm gonna go to the next
Sure.
one. I'm gonna let you see it. Then I'll let them
Okay.
I'll let them say it. Just try to bear with me, y'all.
And go on like my Bigfoot Loose USA thing. You see it, bring it up onto your page and expand it, pixelize it, expand them. I mean, look at them. I mean, it's kind of hard to see them from here, but.
All right, wait a minute, y'all. I'm going to pull up the next one. Just bear with me, cause like I said, I wasn't at the I wasn't. Let me turn this rotation thing off, cause it's really annoying. I mean, it's really annoying now, cause it keeps spinning and the picture keep flipping.
Oh yeah.
The picture
Yeah,
keep Picture keep
Yo,
flipping and all that. Okay, I got a picture right here. I'm gonna show you first, and then I'm gonna show them. Hold up, let me get you back. Let me get you back. I gotta get you back straight. Okay, got you straight. This is the picture right here.
okay, that's the alien, guys. That's
Okay,
the
hold
one.
on.
You see
Okay,
how I talked about the blue,
let me get you
the
up here.
blue behind the shoulders? So kind of look at it and look at like maybe you might see some shoulders. You see the neck, and
Then
that indentation in the middle could be his
it's right
chest,
here, y'all.
or was it
This is
his
the
back?
picture. This is the picture right here.
Yeah, you're black. You're in the blank now. I can't see it.
I know, I got it.
Oh,
It's
you
just the
showed
way,
them.
it's just the way I
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
I'm
that's the
showing
picture,
them.
guys. Yeah, right. So, that was on the trail cam, and it was sunrise. The trail cam time says 6:56 or something a.m. something like that. And I'm thinking that early in the morning. I guess no, don't know if it threw something off in the truck cam, but that picture was off the trail cam, and what I see. I see the neck. I see the neck goes down into a shoulder. And then I kind of see the chest, or I see an indentation right in the middle. It could be a chest cavity, it could be the back. I don't
All
know.
right.
Don't know if it was looking away or was looking forward. But
Here go the next picture.
on the truck.
Here go the next picture, Kenny. It's right here.
Okay, that picture there is when Leah and Mike came to me, and the ones that
The next
casted the
picture.
picture in flour, the one that casted the picture in flour, that was a Bigfoot that we saw in an area after I started going back out. When I quit and talked about her footprint, my whole thing about that, when she casted that footprint out of flour, that brought me back out. And that's the first Bigfoot I saw after, that would be my third one, after I got back out and started Bigfooting again. When the guy asked if you've been out, that was years after my first sighting. But that's my third Bigfoot. I call it Elvis. Its hair, so beautiful and long. What it is, it's running. How I got that picture was this way, guys. I'm in an area that we habituated again. We stayed in this area for a lot of years. Finally, the government came in, put a fence up, and kicked us out of there. But before they did, I got this. And what it is the FRO was out there in the area. They went to the area. They got scared. It was getting dark. They heard these Bigfoots trying to surround them, so they left.
Right.
She goes, I even got a gun. I left. They call me up. I'll go down there. So I book down there to the area. I get out, and it's just before dark, guys. And I hear it. I pull up, guys. There's this one tree just going back and forth, and everything else is not.
Okay.
It was coming out of the tree. And when it hit the ground, it's running, and it's running. I see it, and I'm running, and I'm chasing it. I'm trying to flank it. So how I got that picture was I got to an open spot, I turn, and it's running by me. Not close to me. It's running up on the hill. Like it's went,
Right.
and that's the picture, guys. If you look, you'll see the hair in the back was so long, guys. It was beautiful. It looked like Bruce Jenner, Katie, Jenny Jenner, whatever I was saying.
Right.
The hair was just flowing back and just booking along. That's that picture.
All right. Here go the next picture, Kenny. I'm gonna let you see it first, and it's got the ruler there, like you was measuring something.
Yeah. Those are one of my prints that I get up in that area that I'm talking about. That I
Go
go to
another
the
one, y'all.
reservoir. So I know I see human prints, but prints like that, I got a video too here might show tonight of a little juvenile of the little 4.5-inch print one, and I casted that. So inline, and it's right next to another one that's about 8 inches. So inline, it's unreal, and then walking off into the woods. Now, when I do my conventions, I'll put a line down on the floor. I'll put down the steps. I'll ask, most of the time, a 5-inch print belongs to a size 5 shoe belongs to about a 5-year-old. So I try to get the 5-year-old to do what this 4.5-inch would be, similar to what a human would be at 5 years old. And I ask them to do that walk not one can do it because they won't get off the cell phone long enough, or they don't pay attention and won't do the stride. And I'm thinking, see, Ken, you see things out there that is different. And that inline stride with this little one and the big one both walking so inline in a tightrope, so like that, it tells me that
This,
it's a little different.
right. This next picture, man. This is a. It's. I'm gonna let you explain it though.
Okay. Now,
Let's
when
go to the
I
next
said
picture.
to you that maturity in this is important, we go off with sort of orthodox things that we do. So I had a chance to meet a guy named Don Monroe. He's in his 80s. He's a cave spelunker. He's done the cave, the Levelock Cave. He's involved with M.K. Davis. They're good friends, and they do a lot of spelunking together. Don's one of my older good friends. He's the kind of friend, guys, that we're losing these guys left and right. We're losing our people out there that had given the time and and to give me what I am today. So I go. I had Igor this year with me for 2 weeks, with me in my home, and with us sharing bread, breaking, just learning, talking about Xana. You got to know about all that. But Don Monroe is a spelunker, and he's a very interesting guy. I had him out on a hike last year, and he got bit by a moccasin 3 times. His story is on medical records now. It's I don't know how the guy lived, but the snake got him, and I had him out on an expedition, and 85 years old, almost lost his leg. But let me tell you what he does. If you go up to Don Monroe, you learn about how he goes down into caves, and he finds the giants, and he finds all these things. But this particular year, they walked into this cave. It's near Montana. I think it was in Idaho. And they walk in. They get in about 10 feet maybe. And Don said to Don's leading, he says to the rest of them, no, Don's in the back or something. He says to them, everybody turn around. So everybody turn around. And because if you don't listen to him, he'll shoot you. Now, that's how he's an old cowboy, rough. He will fight you, but you better listen to him. When he says what he says, you better do it. So when he said turn around, they all turn around, but one of them, like me, would turn around and take the backwards picture, backwards. Turned the camera and went like that before he walked out. They didn't even know they had this, so they went back and developed it. A lot of times we don't see things, so we go back. And I got things that I've got thrown around on my desk. I'll pull it back up and go, geez, my crickets. I had that in there. Didn't even know it. But anyways, they find a picture. They see this blue-eyed, he calls it a cave dweller. Now, with all the earthquakes in that area in the years, that has collapsed, that cave. So that, whatever that blue-eyed cave dweller is, that's what was in the cave, guys. That's something that I want nobody else to I have rights to that. It's Don and me, that can't be copied. So I'm just saying it now. So don't be spreading that because it's I'm just telling people you can share, but just be. I have the rights to it, but I can do it because we're friends. And because sometimes people get so touchy. I don't care if you guys share my stuff. People out there, you can't share nothing that's so damn touchy. Put the little names on it. Don't share. I've got the holy grail of it all. But
okay.
Just on that, I do respect. Okay, but that's what that was, a cave dweller.
Right. So this next one, this is these the videos. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna go to you on this first video. I guess you can explain it or on this. Let us see. Oh wait a minute, I'm trying to see.
I'm playing a musical box. Yeah, just go ahead and play it all. It comes at the end.
Okay. Okay, well you know what that is.
I found it.
Alright, I'm gonna ready to show them.
Go ahead and play it.
I'm gonna ready to show them.
Yeah.
Here go the video,
Okay.
y'all. Here go the video.
So I'm in my tent. I'm up in the Steamboat Springs area where I get all my cats. It's at night. There's children out there. I play a jukebox. I figure it's the music that they don't hear. They're out in the rough. Where do they hear this kind of soothingness?
There you go.
So I play it. Now. I'm panning towards my the tent to look at the alien, to look at the little Bigfoots. They're out there. You see the eye shine. Now you're not seeing it on this. So, hi guys.
This just a video. This just a video clip of I'm showing y'all. Y'all can go to. It's gonna be on. I'm gonna post it in the group, so y'all can see them all on there. But I'm gonna just go through
It'll
these.
do better. Yeah, because you can't see nothing. I can't even. You see their eyes shine. You see both. You see there's about 3 of them out there.
Okay.
And their eyes shine is radiant,
now
and it's white.
this one right here it looks like of the implant.
Back it up. Yep, that's it. Because your camera's not. Yeah, showing it. It's showing yours. But that's a picture of the implant.
Here go the picture of the implant, y'all.
Now his implant in his elbow.
Here go the picture of the implant. I'm letting them look at it.
Oh, that's why I can't see it. I got you.
Yeah. It was that picture right there.
That's
so
okay.
I'm gonna go to the next video.
Okay,
I'm gonna go to the next video.
Did you guys kind of see the eye shine though up there? Because I can't see because I see a dark screen. I'm not seeing what you guys.
I'm gonna go to the next video. This one is a dark one too, so I don't know. Yeah, you might wanna it's this one right here. It looked like a spaceship that's all the way out in the distance.
That's what it is. Lights are flashing. Yep.
Okay.
That's what it is, bro.
Here go, y'all. Here go the video of he took a video of a UFO. It's right here. It's off in the distance. Y'all gotta look real good though.
And you see it much better when you go onto the webpage. Because the pixels aren't going to match. It's just hard after we try to show it. Like I can't see what it's doing, but you're going to see the light. I'll say something like, wow. Yeah. Then I go, wow, it's going to take off or something. And guess what happened after that? What happened? Power sucked out. It didn't have any more camera.
Yep, and that's just what it did.
What happened, I said.
That's just what it did too. I'm trying to see what this next one is. That's just what
eight.
That's what it did too. Now this one is a I don't know what this is. I'm gonna show you first.
Oh my God.
Oh, this was a fire, I think you sent me.
Oh, this is a fire. You know, guys, back when the Tifa said to go out and start forest fires, I had a person follow me to my site. I go out into my area when I got my first sighting, and I'm up on the hill collecting quartz. And I look down and there's fire going. I'm like, what the hell is this smoke coming from? So I get down back into the area, and somebody had started a fire behind me. And that was the forest was burning. I could get it stomped out. So I go and I call and I get the fire department up there, and the sheriff come. Well, what do they do? They think I started it. I'm like, well, I didn't do that. This is my I cleaned the area. This is my first sighting area. Blah 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 blah. A guy came out of the woods who was a bow hunter. He goes, Kenny. They know me. They go, Kenny would start that fire. I saw who done it. He goes, a white van pulled up behind him, and when they waited for him to get away, they came out and started that fire. I couldn't get off the mountain quick enough, and he goes, he didn't start the fire. And then the guy that owned the property came and says, we know Kenny, we know he wouldn't do nothing like that, and but that was a fire that started behind me, guys. Scared the crap out of me because Antifa said start these national parks on fire, and idiots were out there doing it. But he said the owner did say that van was up there weeks prior, drove by him, they all ducked. He said it seemed to be some kids. But that was just, I don't know why I sent that. That must have got caught up in when I was tapping pictures, and but that was the incident where they were trying to catch the damn forest on fire.
That's just crazy though. But let me ask you this: do all your research. Have you ever came across any other cryptids throughout all your researching? I know you research Bigfoot, such as Doug Man, Goat Man, and any other kind of cryptid.
Right. And you know, when the Dog Man came out, I'm thinking, and the Chewbacca and all that, the Dog Man thing. I was in the Rocky Mountains, July, on a trail, hot, walking. All these years I've learned that listen to your inner voice. When things tell you to turn around, do. When things tell you stop. Things tell you to go break that limb, go break it. Stuff like that I've learned that my inner voice tells me things. Well, my inner voice told me that day to turn around. And like I said, guys, where did I have my camera them days? Right there by my chest. Walking. Some says, turn. And when I turned, I looked up. And there it was. There's a dog man. I got a picture of it.
Oh,
Because I got my camera right there. Turn around and says bye. Not messing with that.
some
Now, it was in a tree, in a branch, like panther or a mountain lion would be on the side of a cliff, kind of just sitting there with his paws over, panting, because it was hot. It was looking down at me. It had a nose that kind of came out like a snout, and the ears were kind of round. I could say it was a bear up there. Bear wasn't sitting on a branch like that. It was sitting up there like like I said, like his arms were crossed and was just looking down at me. It was in a pounce position. It was like all I had to do was jump my back. Because remember, I walked past it. So my back is to it. The voice said turn. You know why? Because I think the Bigfoot's protection. Just feel. Anyways, when I turned and saw that, I didn't want to mess with. Oh my God, that's a dog man. After I saw a dog man, and I just walk off the mountain like, well, I get home and develop it, and there it is. And I have a buddy from Michael Johnson from the SIR. He says probably one of the best dogman pictures he's ever seen.
wow.
And tell you guys, they talk about, these things are evil. They're evil. They're devil. Stuff like that. It's like, well, this one didn't want to mess with me. I didn't want to mess with him. We were hot. He's panting. He's like, I'm like, oh shit. Just go. I don't even care.
Wow. That's amazing. Somebody wanted to know, after your implant, did you ever have any more trouble finding Bigfoot?
Wow. Isn't that amazing you say something like that? Because I do feel like that in Estes Park area, it's scrambled. This is not, after the implant, no, I don't know. I don't think there's been more or less, okay? I'll leave it at that. Haven't had really.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Did the implant cost me to have more of the sightings? And I would say, man, I don't know. I mean, I look at it as it happened. I'm just lucky I was there. I don't, So yeah, more or less, I think I've been okay, just the same as I've always been. So it's never picked up. It hasn't got any less. But I haven't had a sighting I've had like in that last expedition that the guy asked, have I been out? Well, that last expedition I did, I had one, and I have it on a recording. It tells me to get out. And when I went to the tent, I leave my recorder on, and I'll send that to you sometime. You'll hear it walking up to my tent. And guys, I illuminate one side of my tent at night where the light shines outside. So when I get in, I see like a black shadow show. I see everything that walks, bugs, everything. What I saw was a little finger come in, just poking on my tent, and I just reach up like this, flicked it, because I thought this is my only chance I'm ever gonna touch one this close, I think. And I flicked that, and that was the end of anything that night. You hear it went off, and I blew it. But I'm just saying, I got so much, I'm just rambling on. But that's like, but yeah.
Right.
Is there another question?
I just wanted to know. Did you see any other cryptids doing your research and everything like that? Because on here, they love to hear about Doug man, this Doug man, that. You know what I mean? Because it's still so much stuff. It's still so much that we don't even know about this cryptid. And like I said on my YouTube.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Well, when David Pilatus had a guy come, we did a thing called Mile High Mystery Conference. We try to put UFOs and Bigfoots together, stories, and you listen to people. One guy came, talked about one time how he was in Arizona and it was dark. He didn't want to sleep on the ground, so he went up into the trees to sleep. About 3 a.m, some cylinder-shaped thing came across the tree line. 3 windows, middle window, oval open, and it popped down this mechanical looking thing, he said. And then he said this mechanical thing called up and these other ones came out of the ship, came down on the ground. He says they were green and they were touching everything. It was fluorescent. It was leaving these fluorescent. And I'm like, what? So they walk up the tree. They get all around it and they look at them. That mechanical thing calls them. And they go back. And it's like, are some of these things genetically engineered? Are they? I'm just saying, there's some bad ones, good ones. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. You want to talk about? I'm just talking about this end of a story that I heard about. A mechanical looking one. So it's like, what do you, what do you, what do you make sense of it? I've never
Right.
seen nothing with a robotic though. So.
That's crazy. But like I said, it's just, it's just, 'cause like I said on here, we basically we talk about all cryptids, you know what I mean. But like I said though, they Doug man was the main focus on here, being talked about. That's why I tell so many encounters on my YouTube page, as many as I can.
Well, I stay in the now that I've had my alien experience, and I, I and the Bigfoot has always given me what I wanted, and uh, other cryptid animals, the Chewbacca or all these genetically engineered things that are coming with different types of heads on type of bodies and stuff. Yeah, uh, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, we, yeah.
it's just crazy though, because I mean, as far as I mean, like, 'cause you got reptilians, man. You got so much stuff out here, man, that we don't even know everything that's out here. I don't even think we even scratched the surface on it.
Yeah,
Far as what's
yeah,
out
and the main
here,
thing,
what's out here in these woods.
yeah, to go where no man has gone before, and it's out there, and there are plenty.
Absolutely, yes, it is. But like I was saying,
But yeah,
I'm a,
it,
because if they didn't get to see them pictures, I'm gonna post them. Like I said, I will post them on the page, y'all, so y'all will see it.
and and, and, and let me say just for that, to tell this story and to say that I have implants, guys, I could go to doctor, it could be medically something, but the story I said, it happened to both of us. It's a circumstance where it happened to two people in an area where the two people were. We have the same type of device, and mine's a little different because it's transparent. The chiropractor said that his could be a calcium buildup, blah 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 blah. He says yours like there's no explaining that. He says it's a transparent looking, and I thought other morning, guys, I woke up and I thought that it was in the morning, and I looked down and I'm in a construction trailer. My trailer, because I'm on a construction site, I covered a window with a uh, um, towel so the light don't, so I can light. About I don't know what it was. It was sometime in the night. I looked down and my window was illuminated. It was like, where's the towel at? So I thought, well, I kicked it with my feet, whatever, because it's at the bottom. And I thought, I'll just get it in the morning. I wake up, the towel's back up, and I was like, did I go somewhere last night? It's like I think sometimes how do they come and abduct you, and what do they do? It's like I know that morning I felt like that I was just placed back in bed and I woke up. You know how you can sometimes lay a child down and just wake back up and they look at you? That's what I did. And I'm thinking, why am I? And I look and I'm like, why is my curtain down? And so I just went back to sleep like, I get in the morning. But yeah, I don't. I know that things are happening to me after this implant, and one of them isn't that I got more powers and I can go and predict lottery numbers, or I can predict that I'm going to get more sightings or something like that. It's normal. I mean, it's been normal still. Everything's just kind of like, and I'm not sure what I'm saying to that tonight would be implants. We need more medical, and I will go and get more logical, scientific reasons why they're there, and then, but uh, the story and the circumstances to me is amazing, and until it happens to you or anything like I've been through, you can sit and tell a story. Maybe you'll make more sense of it than what I am tonight. But it's been a changing thing for me. It's like I've been in the Bigfoot realm a lot of years. Now I'm getting the alien side of things. There's more questions coming up. But that's what
Right.
I said. It keeps that adventure going. It keeps that uh, fire going. Yeah, you know what? Maybe sometimes I don't want to know all the answers. I don't want to get these. I don't want to get all the proof. Now I know things out there I can't tell you guys because I talk to world-renowned DNA scientist people that are friends of mine, and we know in that inner clique that we talk about. I don't say too much because the government's listening. The government doesn't want you guys to hear a lot of these things of what we do and what we see and what we go through. So government wants you to be stupid, wants you to be bah. That's what they want. They want that. And I'm the one to go out and the Avenger, the Avengerist, the guys who go out and bring it to you. And I don't have a university behind me. I don't have a TV show. I didn't have a guy that I walked around in conferences for a lot of years and got it. I'm just saying. I just saying. The hard but anyways, go in. Things have changed me after that. I'm 60 now. Been doing this so long, and after that alien kind of crap, I said crap because it's like it's affected me, man, to a point where I don't know what happened. And I know that alien was behind my truck. Guys, it could have been within inches of me because all I had to do was walk around the side of my truck. I'm only from my truck and what's the metal. I mean, I'm just in between right there. They could have done just. I don't believe that I'm talking about this, but I said one time when David Pilates did his movie, Missing 411, his first movie talked about a guy missing in the Mesa Verde. And that's when when he said at the end of the movie to the wife that we think your husband might have walked into a portal, it blew me away. Because I know David, I know his thinking and his way and I thought, well, you know what? If David can talk about that, then you know what? I'm going to let it out that I do think that we might have some alien stuff going on within the Bigfoot realms. So you guys want goat heads and lizard man and dog man and moth man and all that. Well, man, think of that. I mean, but then again, think of this, guys. Isn't there a female Mothman or a female lizard? Is it a lizard woman running around? How did these things get born and bred, and were they genetically formed? See, think about it. Where is Miss Mothman? Where is I'm just saying. If the evolution says that we have to have a peg in a hole, the peg finds a hole to breed, to have offspring, just to have a whatever, just saying, well, you can't do it with two pegs, have the hole in the peg. Or somebody's making the damn things in there genetically. So tonight, when I talk, it's like that's not what I believe. I open it up a little bit. I go around now things. I used to not. There was always an obstacle or a hurdle. I'm trying to think like, what, I've heard so many people, like I say, I try to surround and be more mature, get educated more. I'm never going to know everything. I'm going to go to my grave wondering about a lot of things, about what we did in this realm. But just, it's amazing. Yeah, for sure.
It is. It really is, man. And man, I wanted one thing I wanted to ask you was, man, if you come across that, because I would like to see that. I would like to see that picture of that Doug, man. If you come across of it and maybe you could send it to me, because that's something I would really like to see.
Yes, I will. I will.
Yeah, but
Definitely, I'll do that. So,
yeah, but
for sure.
like I said, man.
Plus,
Go ahead.
it's, yeah, this
Go
is
ahead.
our only second, more stuff. Maybe, I just got so much. I can venture on a lot of different subjects in the realm of what we do out there. So yeah, I'm ready to come back again sometime and share some more with you.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I would love that because, like I said, I haven't been doing them, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start doing my lives again because, like I said, man, I miss doing this, man. I miss, interacting with everybody. I just wanted to get
and
you
if you
on
guys
here.
got people out there, you guys are listening. If you have people out there like me or anybody want to get a hold of Alan and get on his show and talk, and let's all, he has to have material, you know, to work his shows. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, and I've been told this, these guys are a bunch of storytellers. You know what? I don't care what you call me. I know in my 30 years, I'm just going to tell you what I've done, you believe it or not. But let's have more stories. You guys get with Alan. Please share your stories with us. Get a hold of people. Let's have his show continue. He's got to have material. He's got to have witnesses. And, I'm more than glad to come on here and share my story. And I'm not here blowing I'm not getting rich off doing this stuff. I'm not getting books. I'm not on conferences every week. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'll be more than glad to share more with you guys. I'm so glad that Mr. Allen had gotten me. This is our second time together. And so, I appreciate it. So join up and let's hear your stories too.
Oh yeah, ain't no question. You know what I mean? No, everybody welcome on here. And like I said, man, I appreciate everybody that come on here each and every time I do go live. But Kenny, yeah, we getting ready. We gonna put
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a panel together. I'm just trying to get everybody that's gonna be on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And we can, talk about different things. You know what I mean? Like you mostly cover Bigfoot. I'll have somebody covering Doug, man. I'll have somebody covering something else, and and so on.
That's right.
And
And I'm ready.
we
I'll
can
be
break it
part of your
we can break it
corral.
down. We can break it down like that. So, like I
You
said, as
betcha.
always, I appreciate for you coming on tonight. And like I
You're
said, when you
welcome.
get a
Appreciate
chance,
everybody listening.
when you get
Yeah.
a chance, when you get a chance, anything else you wanted to send me, you know what I mean, just send it to me because I would love to check it out. And I'll definitely keep in contact with you,
Okay,
and I'll
bud.
let you know
All right.
when we gonna do that panel. And I ain't gonna
Okay.
I'm not gonna hold you up no longer. But thanks again for coming on
All right.
tonight, and I talk to you
Okay,
soon.
man. Okay.
All right,
See you later.
all right,
Bye.
bye bye. Yeah, I appreciate him coming on tonight, man, and sharing. Hey, McQuetta, and sharing everything he did, man. That's all right, Jennifer. You can go back and look at it though. He was talking about a lot of books. Now I post some of the stuff that on the page in the group, so y'all can go on there and check it out. Y'all can go on there and check it out. I wanted to see if I had time enough to tell an encounter, unless y'all just want me to do it on YouTube. So what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to just post it on YouTube? Cause I can do that. If y'all want me to. I could just put it on YouTube. YouTube. Cause I used to always tell an encounter at the after everything is everything is off. After everything is off, I usually always tell an encounter. Southern guys say, no, do it now, Marvin. All right, put up some ones though, if y'all want to hear one. Put up some ones. Put up some ones, family. Put up some ones. Put up some ones. Come on, put them up. Y'all want to hit, put it up. And I go ahead and put up some ones, and I go ahead and I share one. I'll definitely share one. Put up a one, and I'll share one. All right, okay. All right. Anonymity means a lot to me. Y'all know that. So that's something I break for no one, you know. That's why a lot of people like me, man, because I'm real. I'ma always keep it real. I'ma always keep it 100%. Now, this encounter I got from an eyewitness, um, I was gonna upload it on YouTube, which I probably still do anyway, you know. And it's I'm gonna entitle this one is because she didn't know what it was, you know. So it's like she said this thing followed her home. All right. And the name I'm gonna use is I'm gonna just call her Maggie because I don't use nobody's real name. But anyway, okay. One day, this eyewitness said she was driving back from the store one day. Now, mind you, the road she drives down to get back to her house, she said she used to always see this guy if she going down to the store. Always see this guy on the right hand side, you know, selling stuff. Have his tables out there, and he used to sell stuff. Now on the opposite side is a wood line. It's a tree line. It ain't number woods over there. So she said she used to always see this guy over there selling stuff. So what she did is on her way home, she stopped in there, you know, to just, you know, just help out and support his little business. So that's what she did. She pulled in, she got out, looked around and looked at some stuff, asked him about a few things. And she said while she was there checking out some things, she noticed the guy behind the table say, "What in the is that?" Now, first she said she didn't pay him no attention. So he repeated again. He said, "What in the world is that?" She said, "What is what?" He said, "That over there," he pointed. Now he points over in the wood line. She turns around and she looks over there in the wood line with him. And they look. And she said, "Where? I don't see nothing." He said, "That dark thing right there peeking through the bush." So she's still looking. He said, "Did you see it yet?" She said, I see something. Then she say, she see the bushes move. Now she knows something is over there. So she's still staring over there. She said, "What is it? What you think it could be?" He said, "I don't know what it is. I just know it's dark." She said all of a sudden, she see a set of ears pops up just over top of the brush, over these leaves. And she said, "What is it? Is that that ain't no bear, is it?" He said, "No, we don't have no bears around here, dear." So she looked. They still staring at this thing. Said it didn't last but for about 15, 20 seconds. Said all of a sudden, this thing must have moved back and it was out of sight. She stayed there. She said she purchased a couple of things and then she continued to go home. Now, mind you, she don't live that far from where this guy sets out all the time and try to sell things. So she said she get home, say, you know, take the stuff in what she bought and everything. Made her something to eat, and she sits down to watch TV. So that's what she watch TV for a while. She said all of a sudden she just got this like a uneasy feeling. She said something just didn't sit right with her. So she said she played it off and paid it no mind. She said all of a sudden she hears something coming from the front part of her house. Now, mind you, she said she had this tree in her yard. Wasn't a big, large tree, but it was a nice tree where, the branches and leaves come out. Something the shape like a mushroom. She said she had one of them in her front yard. So she said she started hearing noise out there. And I was asking, I said, well, what kind of noise you was hearing? She said, she said, I don't know. She said, it sounded like something was sniffing or snorting or something like that. She said, I can't really describe it because I don't know. I don't know nothing about these animals. So she says she gets up, she goes to the window, and she looks. Now she say when she looks out the window, she don't see nothing at first. Then she glanced over at this tree. Now mind you, I told you this ain't a very large tree, but it's still thick and got a good girth to it and width wise. So she looks over at this tree. And when she looks over at this tree, all of a sudden she say she see this yellow eye come from behind the tree. Now first she only see one. Then it comes out some more. Now she see two. And she looking. She like, what the? Because mind you, what she see, it ain't down low. What she see, it's up high. So she like, what is that? So she's still staring out there at it. All of a sudden, this is what she said. These are her words. She said she see what looks like a arm come around the tree and it reaches up, and she said it grabs on one of the branches. Crack! And it breaks it and tosses it down on the ground. She said now she's scared because she know that ain't a person, because she said it's too dark. She said it was just black, the blackest she ever seen in her life. She said it tossed that branch down on the ground. She said all of a sudden, this thing steps from behind the tree. Now she got a full body shot of this thing. She said the thing was massive. She said it was tall. She said it looked like a black wolf, but it had the head of a shepherd. Pointy ears, long arms with hands, but it had dog-like legs, she said. She said, while she watching this thing, it started to take steps towards our house. She shuts the curtain, she's scared. She walks over to her door. She peeps through the peephole. She said this thing stops and it starts to sniff. And then it takes some few more steps. And it stopped just before it will go up on like the lower, she had like a lower step to go up on a like the little step porch. She said it stopped right there and it stood there. And it sniffed again. Now she said what she did, she said she hit the light. Because she got a light that'll, hit the front porch. She said when she did that, she said she seen this thing raise its arm up, like at his face, like it was just trying to, block his face so she couldn't see it. like it was trying to block his face. It turned quick, dropped to all fours, and she said it took off at a high rate of speed. Speed she never seen before in her life. She said this thing just shot. Now, mind you, she remember her and the guy seeing something earlier that day. Now she puts two and two together and say, did this thing follow me home? What is it? She says she do a little research, start listening to stuff on YouTube, and she finds out that these things are called Dugmen. So she said the next day she gets up the next day. She calls a friend. And she says the friend that she called knew that he used to, research Bigfoot or something like that. But he used to research cryptid, but he not Doug man, but Bigfoot. And she asked him about that and say, well, are these things real? And he was telling her, everything that he knew about it and, stuff like that. So that was her encounter. It wasn't long. I just wanted to give y'all something just to listen to. But like I said, I'm going to start uploading more on YouTube because I'm going to upload the next Ty J encounter on there. You know what I mean? Because it's getting ready to get real interesting with her. But like I said, I'm going to upload this, man. As always, man. Love y'all. And thanks for showing up and showing out. And I'll see y'all on the next live. Love y'all. Good night.